My grief story started 7 years ago when my oldest son, Cole, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when he was 24 years old. So we struggled for many, many years to help Cole find resources, help us find resources, and to keep our family healthy and to help him stay healthy. During that time, we had experienced every sort of mental health crisis that you can imagine. We had calls to the police department. We had psych ward stays. We had ambulances coming to our house. Cole was persistently homeless, and so many more things. Now, if you're listening tonight and you have supported or tried to help someone with a severe mental illness, you're probably nodding your head right now, and you understand the pain that's associated with that, not only for yourselves, but for your community and the person that you're helping as well. So we had lost so much during that time, but when you're in grief, I don't think you really know that you're in grief. We were grieving the changes that our family was going through. We were grieving the loss of kind of our system that we had before that, and the changes in the way that we were living. We were grieving a lot of things, but you sometimes don't realize it until you come out of it. Unfortunately, things got worse for us. In 2018, almost exactly 2 years ago, our worst nightmare happened, and Cole passed away from complications from his addiction and mental illness. At that point, I had fallen into a very deep period of grief, and I had no idea what to do. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what my next steps were going to be. I didn't know how to proceed. I did have people around me. I have my husband, I have 2 other children, I have parents. I had an amazing community of friends and neighbors that were wonderful. But I didn't think anybody knew the sort of pain that I was experiencing, the sort of experience that I had. Like, no one could ever understand that. So after a period of time of just not really knowing, I didn't know what to do. Like, literally, I didn't know if I should shower or not. Should I go to work? No. Should I call? I didn't know what to do. I was totally lost. I hate to say it, but as a last-ditch effort, I started praying. And why I didn't figure that out before, I don't know. But I prayed like I have never, ever had to pray before. I just turned to Jesus and said, "You better take this, Lord. I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody else knows this, but you do. You know this. You know what's going on. You know what I'm feeling. I need you to handle this." So when I gave in and I stopped trying to figure it out, I stopped trying to guess or to just to research things and try to know what to do, I got my answer. I got what I needed. What I desperately needed is my next step, because I didn't know what that was. And I actually had Jesus tell me, "Follow me. Keep your eyes on me. Don't look away, not for 1 second. Look at me, and I'm going to walk you through this." And I thought, okay. Now, everyone, if you're an adult, everyone experiences grief, whether it's the loss of a job, which a lot of people are experiencing right now. If you've been divorced, if you've had trauma or abuse in your life, even things like if you've had to move or you've lost a pet, or any sort of change or adjustment can have a grief response. Because I think the really big thing about it is our loss of control. And it's not that we have control, but we have this sense or this feeling that we're in control. And when we lose that, we miss something. We feel like we're missing something, our schedule, or maybe we're not. It's even the change, sometimes it's good. Like, I hear people say now, "Oh, I really like being home," or "I like this change." But we're still grieving, even though it's something positive, because when we lose something, we have a grief response. So when you lose somebody you love, you lose that love, that love that you had with them. and that sharing and that communicating and the experience with them. But sometimes the hard part is just not knowing what's to come or what's next, not knowing how it's going to turn out, not having a deadline or not having a path. All of those things I think people are experiencing right now, and they don't know what's next, and that can be really hard. So I think a lot of people right now maybe are sleeping more, or they're watching a lot of television, or they're feeling lost, or trying to figure out a new routine, and it's really hard, or feeling sad, and wondering, will things ever go back to normal? And I remember feeling that way. I remember thinking, what if I'm sad and in this house for the rest of my, what if this is my new existence? I don't want to live like that. And so we have to have faith. And all of those feelings are valid. All of those feelings are real. And we need to have faith, and we need to reach out.